Chapter 694. Xing Buhua narrowed his eyes and warned, "Don't force me. You know it's easy for me to take Qiuting's life. How dare you threaten me with Qiuting? Are you an ingrate? Don't forget who saved you, who trained you, and who gave you everything you have now." After Xing Shang said that, he smashed the phone angrily. Xing Buhua looked forward and put his phone away. He was looking forward to his life with Baiya in the future. He wanted to completely replace Gu Lingqing, but he couldn't do it now. He had to be given enough time to completely replace Gu Lingqing's position. Xing Buhua heard the door open and turned around. Baiya was already dressed and walking out. He looked at her gentle face and a poem flashed through his mind. There is a beauty in the north, unique and unparalleled. One look at the city and another look at the country. He had fallen in love with her after just a few glances. "Why don't you sleep a little longer?" Xing Buhua said and walked towards Baiya. "I slept early yesterday and I can't sleep now. Didn't you say you wanted to eat my cooking?" Baiya said with a smile. "What are you going to make for lunch?" "I'll ask someone to buy it." "Streaky pork? There might not be any preserved vegetables here." "Pork trotters, ribs, tenderloin and some vegetables," Baiya said. "I'll ask someone to buy it later. Let's have breakfast first." Xing Buhua held Baiya's hand and sat down at the table. "You gave the video to Xuanhuan last night. According to his character, he should have released the video," Baiya said. "Well, he has already sent it out. I estimate that in the afternoon he will put pressure on B country. Because when I go back, I will appear as Gu Lingqing, and I will not appear to negotiate with the president of B country. I'll be free after I send our people back safely. We can have fun in B country or go to other countries," Xing Buhua said patiently. Baiya nodded. She had waited for so many years, so it wouldn't be a problem for her to wait a few more days. His men served breakfast. She saw that it was actually soup dumplings, fried dough sticks, and tofu pudding. Baiya smiled when she saw the breakfast. "Did you get someone to prepare this again?" "Actually, I'm not that delicate. I can eat food from other countries. Then I'll prepare some dishes from country B tomorrow. You can try them," Xing Buhua said. He turned around and said something to his subordinates in country B's language. Baiya saw his subordinate nod his head and leave. Baiya guessed that he must have instructed them to buy some groceries. Baiya lowered his head and ate his breakfast quietly. Xing Buhua stared at her thoughtfully. Baiya noticed his gaze. "Why do you keep looking at me? Even if you don't say anything, everything is good. I feel very satisfied just by looking at you." Xing Buhua stared at her and said. Baiya chuckled. "There are many things that we can do together. Do you know what I miss the most?" "The days on the deserted island?" Xing Buhua guessed. Baiya smiled. "It's that pot of pork stewed with bamboo shoots. If you want to eat it, you can make it again," Xing Buhua said and frowned. There was a flash of vigilance in his eyes. It was sharp and fierce. "Shall you run?" While Baiya was confused, Xing Buhua held Baiya's hand and ran towards the small door. With a bang, the door was blown open. Baiya saw more than 10 people rushing over and shooting at her. Xing Buhua protected her in his arms and let out a muffled groan. Baiya knew that he had been shot. Her heart felt like it was being cut by a knife. Before she could feel sorry for him, she was pushed into the small door. Xing Buhua quickly locked the door. There was the sound of gunshots on the door. Fortunately, the door was bulletproof. Baiya saw the blood on Xing Buhua's arm and asked worriedly, "Other than your arm, are you hurt anywhere else?" "Nothing." Xing Buhua pulled Baiya away and quickly entered the second door. When he opened it, he saw more than 10 people standing outside and shooting at them. Xing Buhua sensitively closed the door and locked it. The people outside probably knew that the door was bulletproof, so they began to hit it and tried to break it open. Now they were locked in a space of about 100 square meters between the doors. Xing Buhua leaned against the door and resisted the impact from outside. Baiya was very calm and her heart was as still as water. She had long disregarded life and death. As long as she was with him, it didn't matter if she lived or died. "Lingqing, it's okay. Instead of feeling the fear before death, I would rather cherish every minute and every second with you," Baiya said gently. Xing Buhua looked at Baiya and his heart was filled with bitterness and complexity. Looking at her gentle and smiling face, he gradually calmed down. Here, he didn't have enough manpower and he didn't have any organization to ask for help. Now he was like a turtle in a jar and it was only a matter of time before he was defeated. No matter how he struggled, it was useless. He didn't expect that a god of war like him would die like this. He still didn't know who wanted to kill him. He held her hand. "Who do you think did it?" "Xing Shang," Baiya said calmly. Xing Buhua frowned. "Why do you think it's him?" The call you received this morning was from him, right? Baya asked gently. Xing Buhua didn't deny it and nodded. He really didn't expect that Xing wanted to kill him just because he wanted to leave. Kindness and training were all fake. Once he was angered, he would be killed. Our place is so secretive. For safety's sake, we didn't even go for a walk after dinner. You went out yesterday. If you were discovered by the enemy at that time, they would have attacked at night. Moreover, B country is currently ashamed of a country. If they kill the officials of a country, they will be punished by the United Nations. It's not necessary. Our phones are installed with anti-monitoring devices. Most people won't know that we are here except for Xing who already knows this place, Baya said gently. Xing Buhua twitched the corner of his mouth and said self-mockingly, we were too careless. It doesn't matter. Death is inevitable. Even if they kill us, they won't make it public. Your mother will think that we went to travel around the world. Xiaoyan has his foster parents to take care of him, Xiaoxian has your people to take care of him, Lu Shuang has Xinian to take care of him, and… Baya placed her hand on her belly. This baby will not be lonely if he leaves with us. Xing Buhua didn't expect her to be so indifferent to life and death. If she didn't, it would be useless now. She was right. Instead of being afraid of death and struggling, it was better to enjoy the last time they had together. Xiaoya, I love you. Baya smiled and looked at her quietly, ignoring the gunshots outside. Chapter 695. Suddenly, Xing Buhua looked at the door and frowned suspiciously. Baya noticed something amiss and asked, what's wrong? What's going on? There are two groups of people outside and they're engaged in an intense scuffle, Xing Buhua guessed. Are they your men? Baya asked. Xing Buhua shook his head. I only have 4 men here. I'm afraid I don't have that much firepower. I don't know who they are. Baya held Xing Buhua's hand and smiled gently. We're going to live together and die together. As long as we're together, there's nothing to be afraid of. Xing Buhua held her hand tightly and smiled. With you by my side, I don't want to die. Speaking of this, he felt a little sad. Because sometimes life and death were not decided by oneself. Time ticked by. None of them spoke, they just waited quietly. 20 minutes later, it was quiet outside. It was so quiet that it seemed like everything had calmed down. Baya looked at Xing Buhua. Is it over? Xing Buhua hesitated for a while and nodded. But he still didn't know if the person who came was an enemy or a friend. There was a knock on the door. Xing Buhua and Baya instinctively took a step back. Is there anyone inside? I'm Jiang Xingyu. Jiang Xingyu? Baya didn't know this person at all. Xing Buhua knew him and opened the door. A tall and thin man stood outside the door. His eyes were small and his face was good-looking. He gave off a feminine vibe. Xing Buhua, it's you? Jiang Xingyu was surprised. Xing Buhua was even more surprised. Why are you here? I've been in B country these days. My men reported that Xinian's men were here. My men followed them all the way here and saw them holding guns and engaging in a gunfight. I acted on the principle that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I didn't expect it to be you. How did you offend Xin? Jiang Xingyu asked curiously. Are you saying that those people are Xinian's men? Xing Buhua was even more shocked. Jiang nodded. I've fought one of them before, so I know he's Xinian's man. Why does he want to kill you? Xing Buhua said angrily, I also want to know why he wants to kill me. Is my man okay? When I arrived, I saw that your men had all been killed, Jiang Xingyu said apologetically. Baya scrutinized Jiang sharply. Are you sure that person is Xinian's man? I'm sure. I fought with him before and I sent someone to keep an eye on him. So, as soon as he entered country B, I knew immediately, Jiang said without hesitation. What's that person's name? Baya questioned. Wu Di. Baya didn't say anything. She knew this person a little. When Lu Shuang went to the invisible, he followed Xinian's trusted bodyguard. In order to protect Lu Shuang's safety, she had investigated every guard who went. Xing Buhua also knew Wu Di. He had always been by Xinian's side. He clenched his fists and walked quickly back into the villa. There were traces of bullets everywhere in the villa. His men died on the stairs, on the floor, in the kitchen, and on the sofa. His eyes were as red as blood, and there was a layer of damp mist in them. He emitted a murderous aura that could destroy heaven and earth. Baya looked at the dead soldiers and felt uncomfortable. She stood silently beside Xing Buhua. Do you still think that Xinian will let us go? He's crueler than his father. His father doesn't know how to pretend, but he does, Xing Buhua said sadly, his chest heaving up and down. Baya knew that he was sad. She was sad that these people died because of her. However, she was more rational than him. She held Xingbuhua's hand and said, "Don't be rash. Let's investigate everything first. What's on the surface might not be the truth." Xingbuhua shook off Baiye's hand and asked anxiously, "What else is real?" He controlled Xuanhuan as soon as he went to Country F. Although the bomb on the plane was planted by Xuanhuan, I don't think that Xinyan didn't know about it. That's because he didn't know that you're Gu Lingqing, Baiye explained. Then I'll pretend that he didn't know. What about this time? Wu Di is his confidant. He's such a smart person. Why would he keep his enemy's man by his side? Xingbuhua said sarcastically. It's because he's so smart that he wouldn't send his men to kill you. He could have hired mercenaries or people he's never seen in Country X. You're helping him. Xingbuhua was even more agitated. I just don't want you to be used by others. I don't want you to become someone else's pawn. What we should do is stay calm. Even if Xinyan did it, you shouldn't show it. Otherwise, we'll still be the ones dying, Baiye reminded him. Xingbuhua's heart skipped a beat as if something had hit him. He lowered his eyes. Baiye was right. Even if Xinyan did it, it wasn't time for him to fall out with him. The more agitated he was, the faster he would die. He became more rational. Baiye heaved a sigh of relief when she saw him calm down. Let's investigate together. Let's start with Wu Di. I believe we'll know the truth soon. Was it Xingxiang, Xinyan, or someone else? There's no rush. There's no point in rushing. Xingbuhua reached out and pulled Baiye into his arms. After a long time, he didn't say a word. Because she was too close to him, she could feel his heart beating fast, and his chest was heaving up and down. She knew that he was sad and angry. He was forcefully suppressing his emotions. Shu Lan's face was injured. She couldn't wait for Xuanhuan's reputation to be ruined. Moreover, Gu Lingqing had watched his comrades die one by one in front of him. She closed her eyes and tears streamed down her cheeks. Xingbuhua felt the dampness on his neck. He looked at Baiye with reddened eyes and sighed helplessly when he met her watery eyes. I'm sorry that I made you worry. Xingbuhua calmed down. I'd be lying if I said that I'm not worried. I really want to do something for you. Do you want to bury your people or send them back to their families? Baiye asked. They're orphans, Xingbuhua said, choking. Baiye's eyes became moist again. Big tears rolled down her cheeks. Human lives were so fragile. They were gone just like that. The older one got, the more sickness and death they experienced. They would feel sad. They might as well not think about it. That was the only way to be happy. Lingqing, we have to live well in the future. Don't let yourself get hurt. Cherish every day of life, Baiye cried. Even if I die, you have to live on my behalf. You have to see more beautiful scenery, Xingbuhua said meaningfully. She didn't want to talk about this. She had her stubbornness. She could live well, he had to live well too. Otherwise, every day would be worse than death. Hello everyone. I'm Qin Tang Tang. You can follow me on WeChat. Chapter 696. Under the pressure of a country, B country released the people they had captured and the head of the WJ department of B country escaped abroad. Jiang Xingyu was a great help in the burial of his comrades. Xingbuhua and Baiye invited Jiang Xingyu to a banquet before they returned to China. She was busy in the kitchen while Jiang Xingyu and Xingbuhua were chatting. When she comes out later, don't mention my past, Xingbuhua said. Jiang Xingyu was confused. What? You were a hero in the past. She will love you more if she hears about it. Anyway, don't mention anything. If she asks how we met, just say that we met during a mission. Xingbuhua didn't want to talk about it. Okay. Jiang Xingyu raised his glass and clinked it with Xingbuhua's. He took a sip and asked seriously, how are you going to deal with Xinyan? He's not easy to deal with. Xingbuhua curled his lips. I still have you, don't I? Jiang Xingyu looked gloomy. He killed my sister. I will make him pay with his blood. Baiye came out of the kitchen with the homemade pork and braised pork. When she heard the last sentence of Jiang Xingyu, a strange light flashed in her eyes. She lowered her eyes, and her long eyelashes covered the fluctuations in her eyes. She placed the pork jerky and braised pork on the table. Xingbuhua held her hand. Thank you for your hard work. Not at all. There are 2 more dishes. They will be ready soon, Baiye said softly. Xingbuhua let go of Baiye's hand reluctantly. When are you going to get married? Jiang Xingyu asked ambiguously. I want to give her a grand wedding after everything is settled. You know the situation now. Someone wants us dead. I can't let her be in danger, Xingbuhua said cautiously. Jiang Xingyu smiled. I wanted to introduce my sister to you a long time ago. If she is with you, she will be the happiest woman in the world. Unfortunately, she fell in love with the heartless Xinyan. Xianxia is not heartless. I only found out recently that he has a woman he likes for at least 15 years. Xing Buhua didn't hide the truth for Xianxia. He had already pushed Xianxia to the opposite side. Jiang Xingyu's eyes were filled with murderous intent. Oh. Lu Shuang, I heard they were classmates in primary school. Lu Shuang? Jiang Xingyu seemed to have thought of something. He took out his phone and showed the photo to Xing Buhua. Look, is this the person? When Xing Buhua saw Lu Shuang's photo, he was surprised. Why do you have her photo? She is the woman my uncle likes. My uncle told me that he wanted to retire because of her. Jiang Xingyu took back his phone in annoyance. What an ill-fated relationship. Your sister likes Xianxia and Xianxia likes Lu Shuang. If Lu Shuang likes your uncle, it will be fun, Xing Buhua sneered. No wonder. My people said that my uncle went to country A for Lu Shuang. I don't know if Lu Shuang likes Xianxia or my uncle. If she likes my uncle, it will be a heavy blow to Xianxia, Jiang Xingyu said meaningfully. Maybe she really likes your uncle. When I went to the President Palace for dinner, Hua Zixing pretended to be affectionate, but Lu Shuang didn't feel jealous at all. He ate happily. If he likes Xianxia, he will be jealous and angry, Xing Buhua recalled. Indeed. He should know how it feels to want something but can't get it. I'll talk to my uncle later to understand the situation. Okay. Cheers. Xing Buhua raised his glass, clinked it with Jiang Xingyu's and drank it all in one gulp. Baiya came out of the kitchen with pork rib soup, roasted potatoes and bacon. She put down the dishes and sat down next to Xing Buhua. She could smell the strong smell of alcohol. We are rushing back today. Don't drink too much. If you have a headache, you will be the one feeling uncomfortable, Baiya said gently. Okay. Let's drink one last glass. Xing Buhua listened to Baiya. He filled Jiang Xingyu's glass and then filled his own. Baiya raised his glass and said to Jiang Xingyu, "Thank you for saving us this time. I'll use tea in place of wine to toast you." It's all fate. Jiang Xingyu raised his glass and took a big gulp. Do you know Xing Shang? Baiya asked casually. Jiang Xingyu paused and glanced at Xing Buhua. I know him but not very well. We have never talked. What? I was busy with the burial of the soldiers. There are some things that I need to understand from you. You fought with the assassins for so long. Did they retreat without any casualties? Baiya asked suspiciously. Her eyes were focused on every change of expression on Jiang Xingyu's face. They were wearing helmets and bulletproof vests. They should be injured, Jiang Xingyu said ambiguously. What about your men? Did any of them die or get injured? Baiya asked. Jiang Xingyu was a little displeased. They were injured but not dead. I came prepared. They retreated through that road. Does Mr. Jiang still remember? Jiang Xingyu frowned. What do you mean? Are you suspecting that I colluded with others to frame Xianxia? Baiya put down the glass calmly and said bluntly, After all, you have the motive, don't you? What motive? Why is it my fault for saving you? You hate Xianxia. What if Xing Shang cooperated with you on purpose? You played a double act and framed Wu Di to frame Xianxia. Baiya said bluntly. When she saw the panic in Jiang Xingyu's eyes, she was even more certain of her judgment. I really did see Wu Di. He's one of Xianxia's people. You can grab him and interrogate him when you get back. Why are you questioning me now? Jiang Xingyu spat coldly. Baiya tapped the table lightly, locking in on every move he made. Then she added, I suspect that you killed Wu Di a long time ago, and that you had someone impersonate him. After all, neither I nor Buhua saw Wu Di. You're making Xianxia the scapegoat based on your one-sided story. When we get back, when they find out that Wu Di is dead, they'll think that Xianxia killed him to silence him. Jiang Xingyu's face instantly turned pale. Baiya was absolutely right. Yesterday, Xing Shang had approached him to collaborate with him on this plan. Wu Di had been killed by Xing Shang's men last night. Xing Shang's plan had been to kill Baiya and frame Xianxia. However, Xing Buhua had protected Baiya too well. Their men hadn't had a chance to make a move at all. If you insist on suspecting me, I have nothing to say. After all, your mouth is your mouth. Just think of it as me saving an ingrate. I'm sorry, but I have something else to do. I'll take my leave first. Jiang Xingyu stood up. Chapter 697. Jiang Xingyu glanced sideways at Baiya. Now he understood why Xing Buhua liked this weak-looking woman and why Xing Shang wanted to kill her. Her IQ and courage far exceeded his imagination. I just don't care about others' suspicions. There are too many people who speculate about me, doubt me, and hate me. You won't make a difference. Jiang Xingyu left immediately. Xing Buhua frowned slightly and didn't chase after Jiang Xingyu. Xiaoya, it's not wise to offend Jiang Xingyu in Country B. He's the one closest to the truth. There are some questions that I have to ask. Moreover, I'll gain a lot from it. Baya confirmed. What? His description doesn't make sense. Other than your men, I didn't see any blood at the scene. It doesn't make sense that there wasn't any blood in the gunfight. Baya paused and her gaze became firm. He was avoiding my question. When he lied, his pupils narrowed. He looked calm, but he was looking at the other party's eyes. He was checking if the other party believed him. Baya continued. So, you're saying that Jiang Xingyu is framing Xinyan? Xing Buhua asked, his gaze solemn. To Xinyan, our departure is the most worry-free thing for him. He doesn't know our hidden address. The only one who knows we're here is Xing Shang. Also, if you were Jiang Xingyu, would you spend so much effort to save someone you don't know? Baya asked. Xing Buhua remained silent. Many complicated thoughts flashed through his mind. Baya held Xing Buhua's hand. She knew that the feeling of being betrayed by someone close to her was more painful than being stabbed by the enemy. However, it had already happened. Even if she was sad, she had to accept it. Let's go. Leave country A and go to other countries that they can't find, Baya said softly. Xing Buhua's eyes reddened. He held Baya's hand. Which country do you think they can't find? Xuanhuan is finished. Xing Dongqing is dead. Who else can compete with me? Baya looked at Xing Buhua in confusion. In his eyes, he saw a sharp, murderous intent and overwhelming hatred. It was a darkness that could destroy heaven and earth. She had never seen Gu Lingqing like this before. Even in the face of death, he was still righteous, sunny, and warm. What do you want to do? Whether it's Xinyan or Xing Shang, I have to investigate them thoroughly. I can't let my men die in vain, and I can't let you be in danger again, Xing Buhua said with certainty. Emotions flowed in Baya's heart, but she was not as conflicted as before. Xuanhuan and Xing Dongqing were already finished. In her judgment, Xing Shang was not strong and was far from Xuanhuan and Xing Dongqing. If he wanted to fight, she could go back and accompany him. It should not be difficult to solve this time. We are together openly. There is nothing to worry about, Baya said with certainty. Xing Buhua smiled. He held her hand tighter and kissed her on the cheek. After Baya cleaned up the place, they took a private plane back to China. On the plane, Baya did not sleep well. She woke up in the middle of the night and looked at the starry sky outside the window. Sitting in the plane, she looked at the starry sky. The sky was densely packed with stars. It was very beautiful. As she looked at it, the sky gradually turned white. The sun came out from the clouds. The sunlight shone through the window and fell on her face. It was a warm feeling. It was as if dawn would come to her world. The plane arrived in a land and began to descend. Xing Buhua woke up. He opened his eyes and looked at Baya. Baya smiled at him gently. We will arrive in half an hour. My people are already at the airport. Do you want to go back with me or go to Xing Shang's place? I will go to Xing Shang's place. Xing Buhua sat up and said. Baya was worried. The one who wants to kill us is 98% Xing Shang. If you show your intention to kill him, I am afraid that it will be difficult for you to get away from his territory. Why don't you use your identity as Gu Lingqing and go back? The biggest difference between Xing Shang, Xing Dongqing, and Xuanhuan is that Xing Dongqing and Xuanhuan are guilty of many crimes. They have done many evil things behind their backs. Xing Shang has not done a single bad thing. Doesn't the assassination this time count? Baya asked. Jiang Xingyu is his man. It is easy for him to kill me and you, but he did not do so. He just wanted to use a scheme to make us deal with Xinyan so that I can become the president. Xing Buhua explained. So in your heart he is still a good person, right? What about your brothers who died? Is their death not important? Is their death not considered Xing Shang's sin? Baya looked at Xing Buhua in disbelief. Xing Buhua knew that he had said the wrong thing. I just don't believe that he did it. So, I will go back and investigate it first. Baya stared at him. She knew that Xing Buhua had already made up his mind. No matter what she said, he would not believe her judgment. So she did not say anything more. She chewed some gum and passed him one. The plane arrived at the airport. Baya got in the car. Jiang Xingyu looked at Xing Buhua outside and asked Baya, is the chief not back yet? Xing Dongqing is dead and Xuanhuan's affairs have been exposed. When Xuanhuan comes back, only the law will punish him. Baya looked out of the window slowly. She saw Xing Buhua smile and waved. Let's go, Baya said to Jiang Xingyu. She closed her eyes and leaned back on the chair. I think that Madam and the chief are really amazing. Not only did you solve the crisis in B country, but you also found evidence of Xuanhuan's betrayal. Zhang Xingyu praised. Zhang Xingyu, how long have you been with Gu Lingqing? Baiya asked, her eyes still closed. 5 years. What do you think of Xingshang? Baiya continued to ask. Zhang Xingyu thought for a while and said, actually, our country's military has a strict division of labor. Xingshang is in charge of foreign intelligence. When he discovers something, he will report it to the chief. The chief will take over the task and give it to the chief. The chief has more contact with him. We don't get to know Xingshang. So, I don't know much about Xingshang. But in the circle, Xingshang has a good reputation. Baiya replied and did not say anything else. Zhang Xingyu saw that Baiya was going to rest, so she did not say anything else to disturb her. She slept for a while and was woken up by her phone. She looked at the screen and saw that it was Xingshang. Her heart was in a whirl. Why would Xingshang call her? Baiya answered the phone in confusion. Baiya, right? Xingshang asked directly. Yes. There's something I think you should know. Not Gu Lingqing. He is Gu Lingqing's twin brother and also my granddaughter's husband. Xingshang went straight to the point. Chapter 698. Baiya was shocked. Many thoughts and images flashed through her mind, as if a flood was about to pour out of her mind. It was repelling and resisting, but she also felt that some kind of truth was about to break out. How could Gu Lingqing have twins? His relatives are all dead. They died in the murder arranged by Xing Dongqing, Baiya asked suspiciously. Mr. Song, who is also Gu Lingqing's father, was a popular candidate for the president. He gave birth to a pair of twins with the woman he loved. He was worried that someone would harm his children, so he asked me to take them away after giving birth to Xing Buhua. Except for me and Mr. Song, no one knew. Mr. Song had a pair of twins, Xingshang explained. Baiya listened quietly. If it was a pair of twins, this explanation seemed quite reasonable. Gu Lingqing was cold, ineloquent and silent. However, the details were full of his care, love, sacrifice and sacrifice. He was positive and positive. Even if he hurt himself, he was not willing to hurt innocent people. He valued friendship and righteousness. He was a real iron-blooded man. Xing Buhua was lively, eloquent and good at communication. He had an incomprehensible smile, but sometimes, there was a ruthless side to him. There were too many mysteries, too many insincerity, too many disguises and too much ambition. She often felt that Xing Buhua was not Gu Lingqing. She doubted him, questioned him, didn't believe him and rejected him. It turned out that her intuition was right. However, if Xing Buhua was not Gu Lingqing, where was Gu Lingqing? Baiya's hands were trembling. She couldn't suppress her emotions at all. Her eyes were red, and her breathing became uneven. What about him? Where is Gu Lingqing? She didn't dare to listen to the answer. Her eyes flashed and she wanted to hang up the phone. She didn't dare to listen to the answer. Her eyes flashed and she wanted to hang up the phone. He's already dead in that assassination. The bullet pierced through the back of his head. There's no way he's still alive. Xingshang was the first to speak. Baiya was stunned. He looked at the air, his eyes becoming more and more empty. It was covered with moisture. The image of a bullet piercing through the back of Gu Lingqing's head flashed across his mind. That thump sounded like it had hit her heart. She watched helplessly as he died in front of her. No matter how much she cried or screamed, he would never open his eyes to look at her again. She loved the feeling of calling out to Gu Lingqing the most. As long as he heard it, he would always come up to her and say coldly and coolly that he was here. Today he would never appear in front of her again. No wonder, no wonder. She kept dreaming of Gu Lingqing standing in the middle of the sea, alone, looking at her without saying a word. Was he waiting for her? His heart was in so much pain that it felt as if there were blades stabbing into it. Even breathing was painful. The one who assassinated him was wuxialover? Baiya guessed. This was the secret about Gu Lingqing. Gu Lingqing was assassinated by wuxialover. Yes, Buhua has been investigating and taking revenge for his brother. He lied to you because he was worried that you would commit suicide, Xingshang said cruelly. Baiya closed her eyes and tears flowed down her cheeks. Sadness was like a flood or a fierce beast. It started from her heart and spread everywhere, entering her blood. She couldn't bear it at all and cried out loud. Her phone fell to the ground. She didn't know it either. Her cries got louder and louder. She was sad, lonely and desperate. Zhang Xingyu stopped the car. He vaguely heard some clues. His eyes reddened as he listened to Baiya's sad cry. Baiya sat in the car and cried. She cried for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. She cried until her tears dried up. The sadness was like a broken faucet. It couldn't be stopped. Madam, don't cry. The chief doesn't want to see you so sad, Zhang Xingyu comforted. Baiya cried until her voice was hoarse. Her throat was so painful that she couldn't make a sound. She was still crying. Zhang Xingyu was scared. He was afraid that something bad would happen to Baiya if she continued crying. He said, "The chief is really not dead. It's true. Don't be so sad." Baiya suddenly stopped crying. Her eyes were red and swollen. She looked at Zhang Xingyu with hope. She wanted to ask but her throat couldn't make a sound. She used all her strength to say, "Where is he?" "Chief Leng knows," Zhang Xingyu said. Baiya's hope dimmed instantly. Leng Shuai didn't know. He thought that Xing Buhua was Gu Lingqing. So even if Gu Lingqing was dead they wouldn't know. He was a hero. When he was alive he was famous. But when he died he was unknown. Even the people he loved the most didn't know he was dead. Where was his body? Alright, where was his body? Where is his body? Baiya asked with difficulty. Zhang Xingyu passed the water to Baiya. Baiya took it. She needed to speak and there were things she had to do. She drank half the water. "I'll ask Chief Leng now." "Hold on." Zhang Xingyu got out of the car and called Leng Shuai. "Chief, there's something. Xing Buhua might not be Chief Gu. He seems to be Chief Gu's twin brother." "Where is Chief Gu? Do you know?" Zhang Xingyu asked. Leng Shuai was silent for a while. He seemed to be digesting Zhang Xingyu's information. "Is the information accurate?" "I don't know. I heard Madam talking to someone on the phone. The surveillance cameras captured Chief Gu leaving. If that person is Chief Gu's twin brother, then Chief Gu was taken away by his twin brother," Leng Shuai said in a low voice. "Are you saying that it's Xing Buhua?" I understand. I'll report to Madam first. I'll contact you later," Zhang Xingyu said and hung up. He turned around. Baiya was no longer in the car. His heart tightened. Panic flashed across his eyes. He looked around and found Baiya standing by the lake. "Madam." Zhang Xingyu shouted and ran towards Baiya. Baiya didn't respond. She looked at the ice surface that was glistening under the sunlight. At that moment, her heart was colder than the ice. She couldn't feel the coldness in the air anymore. It was as if her senses had disappeared. Zhang Xingyu ran to Baiya and said, "Madam, you must take care of yourself. Young master is still in your belly. Chief Gu will definitely like you to be happy." "It was Xing Buhua who took Gu Lingqing away, right?" Baiya asked in a hoarse voice. In her calmness just now she had thought it through. Connecting the dots, only by taking Gu Lingqing away could Xing Buhua pretend to be Gu Lingqing. It's like this. When he was taken away, Chief Gu was still alive. Since Xing Buhua is Chief Gu's brother, he might still be alive. Zhang Xingyu said with hope. Baiya wasn't as agitated as before. Perhaps she had run out of energy or perhaps she had thought it through. She was very calm and cold. "Madam, what should we do now?" Zhang Xingyu asked carefully. "Hello everyone, I'm Qin Tang Tang. You can follow me on WeChat." Chapter 699. Baiya wanted to pick up her phone, only to find that it was not with her. She remembered that she did not pick up her phone when it fell on the car. She returned to the car, picked up her phone and called Xing Buhua. Xing Buhua did not answer. She called Xingxiang again. Xingxiang saw that it was Baiya's caller ID. He said to Xing Buhua, Baiya called. "I told you that you are not Gu Lingqing. Do you want me to die because of this woman? Besides, I am telling the truth. The truth is that you have always wanted to control me." Xing Buhua was so angry that his teeth were itching. His eyes were like torches, like flames. He was going to roast Xingxiang. He clenched his fists so hard that the veins on the back of his hands were bulging. Xingxiang said anxiously, "Can I control you? Have I ever controlled you? I will give you whatever you want. I will do my best to cooperate with you. It is because your father saved me that I must help you. I am the one who wants the best for you. But look at the result. You are going to ruin your future for a woman. It is my business whether I ruin my future or not. It is also my business to choose what I want. You have ruined my future again and again, and you said that you want the best for me. From now on we are no longer friends. I don't need your help anymore and I will not come back here. You are on your own now." Xing Buhua turned around decisively. He turned around. "Where's Qiu Ting? Qiu Ting is already your woman. Don't tell me that you don't want Qiu Ting anymore," Xingxiang said anxiously. Xing Buhua's eyes were as sharp as a knife, and he glanced at Xingxiang. It was because of Qiu Ting that Xingxiang tried to ruin his relationship with Baiya again and again. It was for Baiya's sake that he had tolerated Xingxiang time and time again. Xingxiang told Baiya what he was most worried about. Now he no longer had to fear Xingxiang. After all, Xingxiang's power had long been taken over by him. Now that his wings had grown, he no longer needed Xingxiang's support. From the beginning to the end, I never wanted her. The one who slept with her last time wasn't me, it was my subordinate, Xingbuhua said coldly. Xingxiang's eyes widened in shock. What did you say? Qiuting loves you so much, yet you let another man sleep with her. She's not the one I love. You all know that. Why are you forcing me? I've given you so many chances. You can let me who doesn't love her have sex with her. Why can't you let someone who loves her have sex with her? Xingbuhua said sinisterly. Xingxiang was so angry that his beard was trembling. He gritted his teeth and said, You're such a wolf. I raised you up, yet you treat me like this. You also said that you raised me up because my father saved you. That's what you should do. I don't owe you anything. Also, do you think I don't know your motive? You're just in power. You want to control me and make Qiuting my empress. Is she worthy? Based on looks and intelligence. Based on self-cultivation, she's not even as good as Huarue. Xingbuhua said without pity. You. Xingxiang slapped Xingbuhua. Xingbuhua grabbed Xingxiang's hand so hard that it seemed like it was going to break. Xingxiang roared. Xingbuhua pressed Xingxiang against the wall. Where did you get the right to hit me? You know that Wu Di is Sheniyen's confidant, right? If Sheniyen finds out that you killed his confidant and colluded with Jiang Xingyu to sow discord, how do you think he'll deal with you? Xingbuhua said fiercely. Xingxiang looked at Xingbuhua with a pale face. You, how did you know? Don't forget that Baiya is the best psychologist. She can read minds. As long as you have the slightest flaw, she will know. So, she already knew that you're fake, Xingxiang said gloatingly. Xingbuhua's eyes darkened. Panic, hesitation, worry, and anticipation flashed across his eyes. He let go of Xingxiang. Xingxiang's men walked in. Xingxiang said sternly, Arrest him. Xingbuhua looked at the men who rushed in and said in a deep voice, Keep an eye on him. I'll go to the president's palace now and wait for the president's decision. After hearing Xingbuhua's words, Xingxiang realized that his men were all Xingbuhua's men. He slumped to the ground weakly. His strategies and plans were nothing compared to Xingbuhua. Only now did he realize that Xingbuhua was very shrewd. He was not someone he could discover or fight against. Xingbuhua strode out of Xingxiang's room. All right. Xingxiang thought of something. He picked up his phone and wanted to call Baiya back, but his phone was snatched away. What are you doing? Are you trying to imprison me? Xingxiang shouted anxiously. He wanted to snatch his phone back. I'm sorry. This is the chief's order. Xingbuhua's men said. They took Xingxiang's phone and left. Only Xingxiang was left in the room. Xingbuhua walked out of Xingxiang's room. He looked ahead coldly. His chest was heaving up and down. All he could think about was Baiya. What would happen if Baiya knew that he was not Gu Lingqing? What would happen if he told her that Gu Lingqing was dead? All kinds of complicated thoughts collided in his mind. The car in front of him honked and drove straight towards him. Xingbuhua came to his senses and turned the steering wheel. The car brushed past him. Fortunately, it did not hit him. He stopped by the roadside and calmed himself down. He took out his phone and looked at the caller ID of Baiya. After thinking for a while, he did not call her. He called Sheniyen. I have something urgent. I want to see you now. Okay. Come to the office of the president. I'm here, Sheniyen said in a businesslike manner. Xingbuhua drove to the office of the president. It was still the annual holiday. Sheniyen did not go to work. He did not want to accompany Hua Zixing back to the country. Hua Zixing and Hua Rui did not return to the country either. They stayed in the office of the president. Lu Shuang was very awkward when she saw Hua Zixing and Hua Rui. She basically did not go out and stayed in her room to play games. Of course, Sheniyen spent most of her time playing games with Lu Shuang. Xingbuhua's arrival destroyed the temporary peace in the office of the president. Sheniyen went to the study with him. Xingbuhua told him what happened. You said that Wu Di is dead. Was it done by Xingxiang? Sheniyen was shocked. This did not seem like something Xingxiang would do. In his impression, Xingxiang was a straightforward but honest person. Xingbuhua nodded. He admitted it. I think you should know about it. Wait. Sheniyen called Secretary Jiang. Wu Di is on holiday, right? Ask his family where he is now. Call me back in 3 minutes. Xingbuhua was silent. Sheniyen was also silent. Both of them were deep in thought. Chapter 700. Xingbuhua stared fixedly at Sheniyen. Was he starting to be wary of him by asking this question out of the blue? What if he didn't leave? Was Sheniyen going to deal with him? There was an assassination in Country B. It disrupted Baiya's and my plan. I need to discuss it again with her, Xingbuhua said ambiguously. Sheniyen patted Xingbuhua's shoulder. You've worked hard. You should spend some time with Baya and enjoy your life. She's been waiting for you. She's had enough of being separated. Call me if you have any problems. I'll be your strong support. Xingbuhua nodded. Secretary Jiang called. Xianxia picked up immediately. Wudi's family said that he's working overtime. I asked the guard captain and he said that he's on holiday. So he's missing, Secretary Jiang reported. Investigate. You must find Wudi. Even if it's his corpse, bring it back to me, Xianxia ordered. I'll call the chief of the police station. I'll report to you if there's any progress, Secretary Jiang said. He hung up. Xianxia looked at Xingbuhua. Thank you for trusting me. You weren't provoked by Xingxiang. When I find the evidence, I'll definitely punish Xingxiang heavily. Just follow the normal procedure, Xingbuhua said in a low voice. I'll take my leave. Xianxia smiled. I'll send you off. Xingbuhua left the presidential palace and sat in his car. He wondered if he should go to Baya's place. He wanted to go but he was afraid to go. He had to wait but he was afraid to wait. He had to face it eventually, right? His phone rang. It was Mo, so he picked it up. Check your inbox, Mo said simply and quickly hung up. Mo must have something to tell him at this time. He immediately opened his mailbox. It was a video secretly taken by a wet nurse in the presidential palace. In the video, Hua Zixing questioned Nangongyu, "You messed things up this time. Didn't you say that you could sow discord between Xianxia and Xingbuhua? I didn't expect Xingxiang to be so bad. I've already taught him what to do, but he can't even do something as simple as this." Nangongyu was also vexed. This is bad. If Xingxiang is captured, he might betray you. Hua Zixing said worriedly. No, he doesn't know what I look like. The problem is that our plan failed. Didn't you see that Xianxia has been staying in Lu Shuang's room for the past few days? He doesn't even want to accompany me to M country. Now that he has no enemies, he will definitely end our relationship in advance. Hua Zixing said without confidence. Nangongyu remained silent and did not speak. Hua Zixing panicked even more. Shall you help me? I can't live without Xianxia. Nangongyu nodded. I'll think of another way. You should leave now. Xianxia might want to discuss it with you. Yes. You will discuss everything with me. Hua Zixing pulled herself together and walked towards the door. The video ended there. Xingbuhua looked in front of him with a dark expression. He found it strange. Xingxiang was not a scheming person. How could he sow discord? If it wasn't for Baya, he would have fallen for it. It turned out that someone was teaching him. If it wasn't for their sudden appearance, he would still be happily with Baya in B country. Perhaps they would already be together. Scheming against him? Xingbuhua's lips twitched. It was time to strike back. He sent out a message. Begin Plan A. Baya did not get through to Xingxiang, nor did she get through to Xingbuhua. Perhaps it was because she had cried for too long that her stomach was feeling uncomfortable. She lay on the bed, her heart still aching. Her body curled up. She was tired, but she could not sleep. There was a knock on the door. Baya did not have the energy to respond. Song Shiyu pushed the door open and entered. She called out gently, Xiaoya, it's time for dinner. What's wrong? Are you feeling unwell? Baya did not want to speak. She closed her eyes and pretended to sleep. Song Shiyu saw that Baya was not moving. She placed her hand on Baya's forehead and made a call worriedly. Hello Zhang Xingyu. Xiaoya seems to be feeling unwell. Get a reliable doctor over to check on her. Baya heard Song Shiyu's concerned voice and opened her eyes slowly. If she were to go with Gu Lingqing, Song Shiyu would be left alone in this empty room. How lonely would she be? She had to get xianxia back. At least, Song Shiyu would have someone to rely on. She would not feel so hopeless. Xiaoya, you're awake. Are you feeling unwell? Song Shiyu asked worriedly. Since Song Shiyu had found out that she was awake, it would be rude of her to pretend to be asleep. Baya sat up. My stomach hurts a little today, so I'm resting in bed. Song Shiyu looked at Baya's eyes. You're crying? What's wrong? Didn't you go overseas with Gu Lingqing? You came back early. Did he bully you? Baya shook her head. The truth was too cruel. She could not say it in front of Song Shiyu. Something happened when I was overseas. But fortunately it's been resolved, Baya explained. It's good that it's resolved. Oh yes, Shirlan has already had her first skin graft. The doctor said that it was very effective. She can be discharged in a few days. 3 months later, we'll see how her recovery goes before deciding whether to have her second skin graft, Song Shiyu said. The corners of Baya's lips curled up slightly. In the future, when she was not around, there would be Lan accompanying Song Shiyu. She could rest assured. It will be fine. Science is so advanced now, especially in the plastic surgery industry. There won't be any problems. Okay. If your stomach is not feeling well, just lie down. I'll bring you some food. There's your favorite fish soup today. I caught it this morning. It's very fresh, Song Shiyu said lovingly. Thank you, Mom, Baya said softly. Song Shiyu went out. Baya looked at her phone. There was still no reply from Xing Buhua or Xing Shang. Her phone rang. She was shocked. It was Xinyian's call. She hesitated. Once, she told Xinyian that Xing Buhua was Gu Lingqing and begged Xinyian to let her go. But now Xing Buhua was not Gu Lingqing. She would not leave with Xing Buhua. Xing Buhua would stay. She hated Xing Buhua for lying to her. He even bullied her. But at the same time, she understood why Xing Buhua did not want her when she took the initiative. He was afraid that she would commit suicide, so he pretended to be Gu Lingqing. In general, it was still good. But she should not tell Xinyian. If she did not tell him, Xinyian would find out sooner or later. If she told him, Xinyian might not let Xing Buhua go. While she was hesitating, her phone stopped ringing. She took a deep breath and got up from the bed. Her phone rang again. She picked it up and saw that it was still from Xinyian. He would not give up until she answered the call. Chapter 701. Where? Asked Xinyian. At home. Xing Buhua told me about what happened in Country B. He said that my men were killed by Xing Shang. Is that true? Asked Xinyian. That's just my guess. We were assassinated when we were overseas, but Jiang Xingyu saved us. Jiang Xingyu? Why is he in Country B? Asked Xinyian. I don't know. Jiang Xingyu said that he saw Wu Di acting suspiciously, so he followed him and found out that he wanted to kill us. Wu Di? How is that possible? Why would they say it was Wu Di? Their goal was to sow discord between you and Xing Buhua. If Wu Di was in the country during those few days, then their lies would fall apart. I'm guessing that Wu Di has been missing for the past few days. To make the whole thing more believable, there's an 80% chance that Wu Di has already been killed. Baya analyzed. Can you find out where Wu Di's body is? Use the heavenly eye, asked Xinyian. If they're under surveillance, then we should be able to find it. But Xing Shang knows that I have the heavenly eye, so I'm afraid he won't make a move in a place with surveillance, said Baya calmly. Do you have any ideas on how to find Wu Di's body? There are a few possibilities for his body to be found. 1. Logically deduce where it is. 2. It was discovered by chance. 3. The murderer confesses. So I suggest you ask Xing Shang directly. If Xing Shang doesn't confess, do you have any evidence? Asked Xinyian with furrowed brows. No, replied Baya straightforwardly. Before you leave, can you help me get the answer? You're good at hypnosis. You should be able to get the answer through hypnosis, right? Asked Xinyian hopefully. Not necessarily. Try. He's my man. I don't want him to die without a corpse. I still have to answer to his family, requested Xinyian sincerely. Baya thought about Gu Lingqing's corpse. She desperately wanted to find him, so she understood how Wu Di's family felt. I'll try. Invite Xing Shang to your place and I'll give you some medicine. Remember to make Xing Shang take it unknowingly. Before he takes it, don't let him sense your hostility, Baya reminded. Alright, let's do it tomorrow. I'll invite some officials to a meal tomorrow. I'll call you over when the time comes, said Xinyian. Okay. Baya answered and hung up the phone. She stood at the window and looked at the scenery outside. Gu Lingqing, Baya murmured. Her waist was being hugged by someone. Her heart tightened. She turned around in surprise and saw Gu Lingqing's face. However, she knew that he was not Gu Lingqing. Gu Lingqing's eyes became even more profound, like an unfathomable deep blue, and even more gloomy. Xing Buhua, she shouted. Yes, replied Xing Buhua. Xing Shang said that you're Gu Lingqing's twin brother, said Baya gently. Baya asked softly. She looked calm, but her heart had already sunk into an icy lake. She already knew the answer, but she still wanted to hear it from him in person. Do you believe what he said? Asked Xing Buhua in a low voice. He stared into her eyes with a burning gaze. When we were on the island, we adopted a tortoise. Do you remember the tortoise's name? Asked Baya. When we were on the island, we didn't adopt a tortoise. Baya looked at him and raised the corners of her mouth, but her eyes were bitter and misty. Even so, I still know that you're not Gu Lingqing. So you believe what he said? Asked Xing Buhua gently and calmly. He let go of Baya's waist. I believe what I feel. If one day you find a girl who is more important than your life, you'll understand what I'm saying now, said Baya softly as if she was whispering. Xingbuhua also smiled. He knew that Baiya was so smart that he couldn't pretend anymore. What if I've already fallen in love with you? Asked Xingbuhua with hope. In your heart, who is more important to you, me or Gu Lingqing? Baiya didn't answer him directly. Perhaps this was the advantage of being a psychologist. He could cleverly solve problems and let him choose for himself. My brother is dead. His beloved woman is the first person I need to take care of. I can't let him worry even in heaven. You don't have to do this. Maybe you don't believe me, but I've known you for a long time, confessed Xingbuhua. You've appeared in our lives before? Baiya was suspicious. No, it was in my dreams. I know a lot about you and Gu Lingqing. I saw him cut off his finger for you. I saw him losing sleep because of you. I saw you two living a happy life on the island. I felt the pain, reluctance, and regret in his heart. Xingbuhua choked and said, so I also know that he can see you through me. Baiya stared at Xingbuhua. Her tears flowed down quietly. Where is he now? I've already buried him beside Mom and Dad. Xiaoya, don't let him worry. Don't let him worry. You once said that when you love someone you don't have to do what you think you love. You have to do what he wants you to do. He wants you to live well. Baiya raised a faint smile. Actually, I've always been a very selfish person, ha. You're not. You're someone who would rather sacrifice yourself to help others. You're someone who would rather live the way others want you to live, no matter how much pain you're in. Think about Xiaoyan, think about the child in your belly. Do you really have the heart to let the child leave before he can see the world? Lingqing is looking forward to the birth of the child. He'll blame you for the birth of the child. Xingbuhua tried to persuade her. Baiya's tears flowed even more fiercely. In that case, I really think a lot for others. But why can't a person like me, who always thinks for others and feels guilty for hurting people who have committed heinous crimes, get happiness? Every time I think happiness is around me, it's as if I've been cursed. It's like I've been cursed and will disappear. I'm tired of the cruelty of this world. I'll give you happiness. The happiness you once hoped for will come true in the future. Give yourself a chance. Xingbuhua said affectionately and anxiously. Xingbuhua. Baiya sniffled. She tried not to lose control of her emotions. When I was born, I was destined to be unfortunate. My parents separated and my mother became mentally ill. It wasn't easy to find Gu Lingqing, but he was never happy when he was with me. He almost died a few times. The people who were with me never had a good ending. Chapter 702. That's why he did better than me. But someone who did better than me left me behind. Eee. That's why he didn't let anyone down except me. Why should I live the way he wants me to live? Baiya was agitated. She shook off Xingbuhua's hand. That's why he did better than me. Isn't it even more unworthy for you to die for someone who let you down? Xingbuhua said impulsively. Baiya turned her face away and looked out of the window. You should go. I want some time alone. From now on I won't leave you. Even if you die, I'll accompany you, Xingbuhua said solemnly. His eyes were firm and determined. Baiya looked at him in confusion. She was angry and resentful. Xingbuhua didn't say anything. He smiled at her. Baiya turned her face away again and turned her back to him. Song Shiyu pushed the door open. She was shocked to see Xingbuhua. Mom, I'm back, Xingbuhua said. He took the plate from Song Shiyu. Song Shiyu cried tears of joy. She choked. Good. It's good that you're back. You haven't eaten yet, right? I'll bring your plate up now. Keep Xiaoya company. Thank you, Mom, Xingbuhua said. Song Shiyu wiped away her tears and went out happily. Baiya's eyes were locked. Strange emotions flowed through her. She turned around and looked at Xingbuhua. Where's Xiaoxian? Let him go home. Xiaoxian hates you. It's too dangerous to keep him by your side. Xingbuhua rejected her directly. She knew that Xingbuhua was telling the truth. But she didn't care about her life. Why should she be afraid of danger? But Xingbuhua said it so decisively. He probably wouldn't agree. Perhaps she was too tired, or perhaps she was too excited before, but now her brain was a little muddled. She really needed to rest. I don't want to eat. I want to sleep, Baiya said. Go to sleep for a while and eat after you wake up. I won't leave. Xingbuhua said good-naturedly and helped Baiya lift the quilt. Baiya lay on the bed and Xingbuhua covered her with the blanket again. He covered her from all sides, leaving only her face exposed. He lowered his head and gently kissed her forehead. He whispered, I will protect you. I swear. Baiya closed his eyes, but his eyelashes were trembling. He swallowed his bitterness and didn't say anything. In the afternoon the doctor came. Seeing that Baiya had fallen asleep, Xingbuhua asked the doctor to leave. Looking at Xingbuhua, who looked exactly the same as the chief, Zhang Xingyu summoned his courage and said, "Can I talk to you for a while?" Xingbuhua knew that Zhang Xingyu was Gu Lingqing's confidant. He nodded and opened the door. He didn't go far and just waited outside. "Are you Chief Gu?" Zhang Xingyu asked, looking at Xingbuhua's face. Xingbuhua and Chief Gu looked exactly the same. He couldn't tell them apart. "I am his twin brother." Xingbuhua didn't lie. "Then Chief, Madam?" Zhang Xingyu's eyes turned red and he started to speak incoherently. "I will shoulder the responsibility of my brother and do what he wants to do. Don't worry, I will go and see Xiaoya first. If there is anything, you can talk to me. Also, Xiaoya's health is not very good. I will ask my military doctor to come and protect her 24/7, Xingbuhua said. Zhang Xingyu didn't say anything. He vaguely felt that Chief Gu's brother was also a good person. After all, it was this brother and madam who defeated Xuanhuan together. Was it Xuanhuan who assassinated Chief Gu? Yes. Xingbuhua said firmly. "I understand. Then take good care of madam. She is very emotional today. She has been crying for hours and her voice has become hoarse. I don't know what to do." Zhang Xingyu said helplessly. "I will. You can go and do what you need to. Also, have the people from the shadow come back?" Xingbuhua asked thoughtfully. "Not yet. They will come back tomorrow," Zhang Xingyu reported. "Make the arrangements. I need to ensure Baiye's safety," Xingbuhua ordered. "Yes, Chief." Zhang Xingyu couldn't help but salute. Looking at Xingbuhua's face, which was exactly the same as the chief's, he was also in a trance. Xingbuhua nodded and went back to the room to continue accompanying Baiye. When Baiye woke up, it was already 6 o'clock in the afternoon. She opened her eyes and saw Xingbuhua first. She looked at the face, which was exactly the same as Gu Lingqing's. She didn't want to think. She just wanted to keep looking at him like this, as if Gu Lingqing was by her side. "Are you hungry?" Xingbuhua asked. "I chatted with Mom for a while just now. She wants to make you the freshest fish soup. She went fishing again in the afternoon." She listened to Xingbuhua's voice, which was exactly the same as Gu Lingqing's, and her heart started to ache. She was enjoying her happiness. What about Gu Lingqing? Suffering from loneliness? She sat up. "Thanks for the hard work, Mom." Xingbuhua immediately helped her and brainwashed her. "The hardest thing is that the person you love is not around. You should know this better than us. Everything else is worth it." Baiye stepped down from the bed. She looked very calm and there was nothing strange on her face. She sniffed and said, "I smell the fragrance of fish. Your nose is really sensitive. Should we go down for dinner now or send it to the room?" Xingbuhua said kindly. Baiye looked at him. "Are you going to use Gu Lingqing's identity? Song Shiyu is old. I don't want to hurt her. She is also someone that Lingqing wants to protect," Xingbuhua said in a low voice. Baiye understood and reminded him, "Gu Lingqing is usually very cool. He won't take the initiative to talk to Song Shiyu. Even if Song Shiyu talks to him, he will only say yes. You have to be careful. After all, Song Shiyu and Gu Lingqing have been together for so many years. Gu Lingqing will see through it." Xingbuhua smiled. "I need you to help me more in the future. Am I very different from Lingqing? You have the same face and voice, but your behavior and temperament are worlds apart. He is very introverted while you are very bold," Baiye analyzed. "All right, I will be careful in the future. I will build a shed by the river tomorrow morning. I will go fishing with you," Xingbuhua said with a smile. Baiye didn't say anything. She went downstairs. When Song Shiyu saw Baiye and Xingbuhua, she smiled happily. "I was about to go upstairs and call you for dinner. I didn't expect you to come down." "I feel hungry when I smell the fish," Baiye said with a smile. "You didn't eat the fish at noon. Zhang Xingyu happened to come over. I asked him to bring me some for Shulan. Shulan just had surgery on her face. She can't eat food like fish. She should eat more fruits and vegetables," Baiye said. "Ah, then I will call him," Song Shiyu said guiltily. "But it's okay to eat a little. I think the doctor there will remind you." Baiye comforted Song Shiyu. "No, I have to call and ask." Song Shiyu was worried and called immediately. Seeing that Song Shiyu was so concerned about Lin Shulan, Baiye felt comforted. Lin Shulan was an orphan. From now on he would stay by Song Shiyu's side. Xingbuhua kept looking at Baiye as if he was afraid that he would suddenly disappear in front of him. Chapter 703. After the call, Song Shiyu heaved a sigh of relief and said to Baiye, it's okay. The doctor said that she didn't eat it and gave it to Zhang Xingyu. Zhang Xingyu has been on good terms with her recently. The two of them are actually quite compatible." Baya replied softly, I'll help Mom with the dishes. She followed Song Shiyu into the kitchen. Song Shiyu made Gu Lingqing's favorite braised pork with preserved vegetables, fresh fish soup, fish balls, fish sliders, fried fish steak, chicken breast, fruit salad, braised mushrooms and beef and sour soup. You've made so many dishes I'll become fat soon. Baya said jokingly. Xing Buhua wanted to say that he would like it even if she became fat. They were a meaty family but he remembered Baya's reminder. Gu Lingqing was usually cool so he didn't say anything. Song Shiyu put his arm around Baya's shoulders. If Lingqing dares to look down on you I'll beat him up. Haha. Baya laughed. She missed Gu Lingqing. She missed him very much. As she laughed, her eyes turned red. She lowered her eyes and let her long eyelashes cover the emotions in her eyes, so that no one could see it. The three of them sat at the dining table and ate the delicious dinner. Song Shiyu looked at Xing Buhua and then at Baya. Have you decided to leave this place? Xing Buhua didn't say anything and looked at Baya. Baya shook her head. As long as Gu Lingqing was here, she wouldn't go anywhere else. We wanted to leave not because we were looking forward to the outside world, but because we wanted to avoid Xing Dongqing, Zhuqiuani and those who wanted to hurt us. Now that Xing Dongqing is dead, and Zhuqiuani will be punished by the law, we are safe. After all, our families are here. Our friends, our memories together, we won't leave, Baya said. Xing Buhua held Baya's hand. Because in front of Song Shiyu, Baya didn't pull out his sword, but he didn't look at Xing Buhua either. It's good that you're not leaving. I was wondering where I would go after leaving this place. I've thought about it, but there's no place I want to go the most. Actually, home is the warmest place. It's better to travel to other places. Otherwise it's easy to get lost. Song Shiyu said happily. You're right. If you have a home, you know where you want to go. Baya pulled out her hand that was held by Xing Buhua and scooped soup. Xing Buhua immediately took the spoon and scooped soup for Baya. He also scooped a bowl of soup for Song Shiyu. Song Shiyu looked at Xing Buhua with relief. After going through so much, Lingqing has learned to care for others. Good, very good. Xing Buhua imitated Gu Lingqing's coldness. After the meal, Song Shiyu carried the bowl to the kitchen. He walked out of the door and called Zhang Xingyu. Are there any suitable maids? No, there's only one woman in Ning Shulan. Since Shulan's accident, she hasn't found a maid. She's worried that a maid in the manor would be a threat to Madam, Zhang Xingyu explained. I see. I'll send someone over tomorrow to take care of the hygiene in the manor. Don't worry about my people, Xing Buhua said. Of course. There's one thing. When Ying's people come to work tomorrow, do you want to hide your identity or tell them the truth? Zhang Xingyu asked. Tell them the truth. Once a lie is exposed, it's a different story. But keep it from Song Shiyu for now. I don't want her to be too sad, Xing Buhua said. Okay, got it. Zhang Xingyu hung up the phone. Xing Buhua turned around. Baya was standing behind him. Let's go out for a walk. I have something to ask you, Baya said. Wait. Xing Buhua took Baya's down jacket and put it on her. He said, it's very cold outside. Don't catch a cold. Okay. Baya adjusted her jacket and walked out of the door. There was a moon in the sky and a few sparse stars. The wind was cold, but it made people think more clearly. I remember you were looking for something when you first appeared. What were you looking for? Baya asked. A photo. It's a photo of me and Lingqing when we were born. I gave it to Gu Tianhang when I was looking for him. But I didn't find it. Maybe he burned it long ago, Xing Buhua explained. You contacted Gu Lingqing's father long ago? Baya was surprised. Yes. When Gu Lingqing left JQ to go into business, I contacted Lingqing's adoptive father and told him that I'm Gu Lingqing's twin brother, Xing Buhua said without holding anything back. Baya didn't expect that. Gu Lingqing's adoptive father moved here because of you? Yes. There are secret passages in this manor. Even if I came to contact him, no one would find out. So, Gu Lingqing's adoptive father gave you the map of the secret passages, Baya guessed. Yes. We've been planning it. The reason why I could enter the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and become the Minister of Foreign Affairs has a lot to do with Gu Tianhang's planning, Xing Buhua explained. But Gu Lingqing's father didn't mention you when he died. Baya was curious. Why? I think there are a few possibilities. First, when Lingqing came back, Gu Tianhang's health was very bad, and he passed away before he could say it. Second, he felt that it was useless to say it and it would put me in danger, so he didn't say it. Third, he might have said it, but Lingqing didn't tell you, Xing Buhua analyzed. Baya took a deep breath and understood. You don't know where Yan is, do you? I don't know. Leng Shuai knows. So it's easy for you to find Yen. Baya shook her head. She was afraid that her determination would be shaken after seeing Yen. Yen is happy with his adoptive parents. I'll always be his mother, but I don't want him to feel unfortunate now. That's the right decision, Xingbuhua agreed. Baya didn't say anything. She stepped on the withered branches, making a rustling sound. It seemed even more lonely. She was afraid that the loneliness would be so heavy that she couldn't breathe. She asked again, Buhua, are you and Qiu Ting husband and wife? No. Qiu Ting is actually Xing Shang's illegitimate daughter. He has always wanted to marry Qiu Ting to me, but I only see Qiu Ting as my sister. And Xingbuhua paused and blushed. I've never had sex with a woman. Okay. Baya answered softly. She walked to the lake and looked at it. She said coldly, don't like me. Chapter 704. Your liking isn't real, it's just a psychological suggestion. Many twins receive too much information from the outside world and feel that there's a connection between them. They'll like the same thing and the same type of person and subconsciously get close to them. Baya turned around and looked at Xingbuhua. You think I like you because I hinted to myself that I like you? This logic is like you don't know how to drink, but you tell yourself that you're not drunk so you'll drink more than others. This is a psychological suggestion, Baya said firmly. If psychological suggestions are so useful, why don't you tell yourself that you don't like Gu Lingqing anymore? That way you can live well, Xingbuhua retorted. Baya revealed a bitter smile. You think I didn't do it? Not only did I do psychological suggestions, I even hypnotized myself and let my second personality become my main personality. He's cold, decisive, strong and won't be hurt by others. But my second personality also fell in love with him. Xingbuhua looked at Baya in surprise. This was something he didn't know. Then are you the first personality or the second personality? The difference between the first personality and the second personality is that when I'm the first personality, every time the second personality appears, the first personality's memory will go blank and he won't remember what he's done. My second personality knows everything my first personality does. Now I remember. Either I'm still the first personality, or I've already cured myself, Baya said calmly. So, you also said that psychological suggestions are useless, Xingbuhua said in a low voice. Baya, you're very eloquent. It's a pity that you're not a lawyer, Baya said. She turned around and continued to look at the lake. Xingbuhua laughed and squeezed her with his shoulder. You're angry? Alright, I was wrong. Baya didn't say anything. Xingbuhua stood in front of her. Can I show you a magic trick? Baya remained silent. Xingbuhua took out 100 yuan from his wallet and folded it into the shape of a small rose. Now both hands are gone, right? You're looking. He put his hand behind her neck, took out the rose and gave it to her. How did it get on you? Baya was still staring at him. Are you sure you're Gu Lingqing's elder brother and not Gu Lingqing's younger brother? Xingbuhua. I think the two of us should be lawyers together. We'll be invincible. He stuffed the rose into Baya's hand. I'm the elder brother and Lingqing is the younger brother. You look exactly like Gu Lingqing. Maybe even your father got it wrong. Baya said as she stuffed the rose back into his pocket. I know. The money has always been in your hands. I've seen this kind of magic trick many times. Sigh, it doesn't seem like a good thing to have a smart wife. Xingbuhua sighed. So, you should find a girl who is a little more stupid who will focus on you. She will listen to everything you say, be touched by everything you do, and admire everything he thinks. That kind of girl will be more suitable for you, Baya said seriously. Xingbuhua didn't refute. He didn't want to give Baya any pressure. He didn't fall in love with her because of psychological cues. He fell in love with her when he was with her. Let's go. One more round and we'll go back. It's too cold outside. Your face is red from the cold. Baya replied. She walked in front slowly and didn't say anything. Xingbuhua's phone rang. He saw that it was the landline of Xing Shang's house. He thought that it was his subordinate who had something to report, so he answered. Xingbuhua, why did you imprison Grandpa? Qiu Ting asked anxiously. Xingbuhua was annoyed when he heard Qiu Ting's voice. I don't need to report to you. I've already called the police, Qiu Ting said angrily. Xingbuhua replied indifferently and hung up. He thought for a while and called Li Junyan. I have a task for you. Take Qiu Ting away. I don't want her to step into a land again. Do you know what to do? Chief, have you broken up with Xing Shang? Li Junyan asked worriedly. It's not that I broke up with him. He killed Wu Di, who was always by Shiniyen's side, and colluded with Jiang Xingyu in order to sow discord between me and Shiniyen. Qiu Ting will only be waiting for Xing Shang's death. She will only be sadder. Don't you love her? Take her away, Xing Buhua said in a deep voice. After that, he hung up. Bai Ye got a general understanding of Qiu Ting's situation from the phone call. Too much love was also a kind of obsession. She was very lucky. At least she and Gu Lingqing loved each other. Her life was worth it. She slept too much during the day. She didn't go to bed but stayed in the library to mark the papers. Xing Buhua marked the papers for her as usual. She was very focused and elegant, as if she was no longer immersed in sadness. He believed that as long as Bai Ye decided to live, she would accept him one day. It didn't matter if she didn't accept him. Companionship was the longest confession. Time ticked by. It was 12 o'clock and the clock struck 12. Bai Ye looked up at the clock and put down the pen in her hand. I'm going to rest. Okay. Bai Ye walked in front and Xing Buhua followed her. She stopped and looked at him. In my eyes, you're just my husband's brother. I know. Don't worry. You know I won't do anything to you. Xing Buhua smiled and said with certainty. Bai Ye thought about it. He didn't want her when she took the initiative. She continued to walk forward and returned to her room. She took a change of clothes and went to the bathroom. She locked the door and came out after washing up. Xing Buhua had already spread out the sofa. He said to Bai Ye, I'll sleep here from now on. I'll recover during the day. Bai Ye walked to the cupboard and took out the bedding, quilt and pillow. She helped Xing Buhua make the bed. Xing Buhua looked at the way she made the bed, and his heart was filled with warmth. This was good, he was satisfied. Bai Ye helped him make the bed and said in a distant tone, Thank you for your hard work, brother. The word brother revealed his identity. Xing Buhua's eyes darkened again. Go to sleep first. Good night. Bai Ye nodded and climbed into the bed. She turned her back to him and looked out of the window. Now Lu Shuang had Xianxia to take care of him. Soon they would get married. Song Shiyu had Shu Lan to accompany her. Xing Buhua was so outstanding. There would be a girl suitable for him. Xiao Yin would be taken care of by his adoptive parents. Xiao Xian could also return to Song Shiyu. Now that she had left, there was nothing she could not let go of. Chapter 705. She had a good night's sleep and woke up naturally. Her nose was filled with the aroma of fried eggs and sausages. Bai Ye smiled. Xing Buhua's mood improved when he saw her smile. Are you hungry? Bai Ye nodded. She went to the washroom to brush her teeth and went downstairs. Did I wake you up? Song Shiyu asked guiltily. No, I was about to wake up anyway. Bai Ye looked at the dining table. Song Shiyu made some pancakes with sausages and eggs. There were shredded potatoes, cucumbers, carrots, and pork tenderloin. One look and I can tell it's delicious. Bai Ye grabbed one and took a bite. It's my favorite salad dressing. Mom, you made it so good. I'm glad you like it. There's milk next to it. It's just hot, Song Shiyu reminded her. I want 2 pieces, Bai Ye said. Yes, you can have as much as you want, Song Shiyu said. She glanced at Xing Buhua. Mom, Xing Buhua shouted. Wait a minute, I'll wrap it for you now. It's almost done. Do you want spicy sauce, sweet sauce, or salad dressing? Song Shiyu asked with a smile. Anything is fine, Xing Buhua said. Song Shiyu was about to go to the kitchen when she saw Zhang Xingyu. She greeted him warmly. Zhang Xingyu, what kind of pancake do you want? Spicy. Hehe. Zhang Xingyu smiled. Wait a minute, I'll make it for you later. Song Shiyu went to the kitchen happily. Bai Ye looked at them and smiled. Their lives now looked good and warm. Zhang Xingyu walked to the dining table and nodded respectfully. Chief, Madam, everyone from the Dark Shadows is here. Bai Ye was still smiling. Her eyes were misty. That's good. Help me prepare the red packet. Yes. I'm going to have a meeting with them now. Save a cake for me. Zhang Xingyu said happily and turned around to leave. What do these soldiers usually eat? Xing Buhua asked. Zhang Xingyu was the one who arranged the food. I didn't do anything about it. What's wrong? Bai Ye was puzzled. Mom is getting on in years and she'll be going back to work soon. Lin Shulan is still in the hospital, so I got someone to come over to do the housework. If I still need to prepare in Ying's meals, I'll have to call 2 people over. Xing Buhua explained. You can ask Zhang Xingyu how he handles the soldiers' meals. It'll be good if he can find someone to take care of Shulan after she comes out of the hospital. Mom needs to take care of herself after work. You can discuss it with him. Bai Ye said softly as she continued to eat her breakfast. Her cell phone rang. She saw it was Xianxia and answered it in front of Xing Buhua. Is Xing Buhua with you? Xianxia asked. Yes, he is. You can come at 11 o'clock at noon. The lunch is arranged in a big hotel in City A. I've invited 10 tables. Secretary Jiang will inform the others. When will you give me the medicine? I'll ask Zhang Xingyu to send it to you later. Will Lu Shuang show up for the lunch? Baya asked thoughtfully. Of course. She's my assistant on the surface. Do you need me to arrange time for you to catch up? Xinyan was perceptive and said. Baya smiled. Thank you. One more thing. I've sent someone to see your subordinate. She's recovering well. Do you still need plastic surgery or to keep her original appearance? Then keep her original appearance. After all, appearance isn't everything, right? Baya said with a smile. Great minds think alike. That's all for now. I have other things to arrange. Okay. Baya hung up the phone and said to Xing Buhua, Xinyan invited us to the big hotel in City A for lunch at 11 o'clock. Song Shiyu came out of the kitchen. She handed the cake to Xing Buhua and said, I'll make you a sweet one. Xiaoya, what other flavor do you want? Salad dressing, Baya said. Mom, make me a salad dressing too, Xing Buhua said. Okay. Song Shiyu went to make the salad dressing happily. Half an hour later, Zhang Xingyu came in and wolfed down the breakfast made by Song Shiyu. He wolfed down Song Shiyu's breakfast and couldn't help praising, It's so delicious. I'm so happy. Baya put the medicine in a box and handed it to Zhang Xingyu. After you eat it, send this to the President Palace. Remember, you have to hand it to Xinyan. Okay. I'll do it, Zhang Xingyu said with certainty. Baya was at ease with his work. What's that medicine? Xing Buhua asked in surprise. It's a psychotropic drug. To put it simply, it's given to the patient during hypnosis, Baya explained. Hypnosis? Oh. Xing Buhua asked. This time, Xinyan invited many officials. The main point is Xing Shang. He wants to know where Xing Shang put Wudi's body. Xiaoya, I'm a little worried, Xing Buhua said thoughtfully. What are you worried about? I told Xing Shang that I would tell Xinyan and ask Xinyan to punish him. Now that Xinyan invited him to dinner, he might do something crazy. For example, tell Xinyan that I'm Xing Buhua, Xing Buhua said worriedly. You're not Gu Lingqing. You can't hide your identity. The problem is you told him that I'm Gu Lingqing. Will Xinyan think that we're lying to him on purpose? In my opinion, he's a suspicious person. Plus, when I went to see him yesterday, he asked when we were leaving. I think he's still guarded against me. So what do you mean? Baya looked Xing Buhua up and down. Xinyan wants to know where Wudi's body is. We can just interrogate him in private and tell him, Xing Buhua suggested. Baya was silent. She took a deep breath. Xing Buhua. Tell me, do you want to be the president? If you want me to leave with you, I can go with you right now, Xing Buhua said in a low voice. He looked at her with deep, determined eyes. So, you don't want to be the president, do you? Baya asked. That depends on whether you want to be the president or not. Xing Buhua threw the question back at her. I understand. If we interrogate him behind Xinyan's back, Xinyan will be even more suspicious. Let me handle this. I'll meet Xinyan at the presidential palace later. Xiaoya, don't trust Xinyan too much. He even forced his own father to die for the sake of the throne, Xing Buhua reminded her. He's weighing the pros and cons. He's not an unreasonable person. Chapter 706. She understood his suspicion and caution. After all, he had just been betrayed by his dearest Xing Shang, not to mention Xinyan, who had once tried to kill him. There's a saying, a gentleman is magnanimous, while a villain is sorrowful. If you're afraid of being discovered and live in fear forever, why not face danger head-on and communicate with each other sincerely? What do you think? Do you think that Xinyan will have a heart-to-heart conversation with us? Now that the three magnates are gone, he has no one to be afraid of. He won't leave any hidden dangers for himself, Xing Buhua said with certainty. Then what do you think is the best thing to do? Baya asked calmly. Why don't we just find out where Wudi's body is? Xing Shang will definitely go to the military court. Can you guarantee that he won't say anything in court? Of course, you can also execute him in secret. But with Xinyan's intelligence, he can see through your ambition with one look. Do you think he'll let you go? For your own benefit, you've stained your hands with blood. What's the difference between you and Zhuqiuani and Sheng Dongqing? Baya asked one by one. Her Gu Lingqing would never hurt others for his own benefit. Even Su Zheng, who had once hurt him, he chose to let him go. I understand. Do what you want to do, Xing Buhua said softly. Baya didn't waste any more words with Xing Buhua. He was Gu Lingqing's brother. No matter what, she would protect him. This was her promise to Gu Lingqing. Baya and Zhang Xingyu went to the presidential palace together. Zhang Xingyu noticed that Baiya was looking out the window. Madam, will you be with the chief's brother? Zhang Xingyu asked carefully. Baiya looked at Zhang Xingyu and said with certainty, no. What about you? Will they be as loyal to Xing Buhua as they are to Gu Lingqing? I don't know. I feel like I've lost my backbone after knowing that the chief is no longer around. But if I think about it, it's a good thing that the madam is still around. So, I think I will pledge my loyalty to the madam, Zhang Xingyu said after some thought. Baiya's lips curled up slightly. Before accompanying Gu Lingqing, she still had to settle down these soldiers. An hour later, Baiya entered the presidential palace. Xinyan didn't know that Baiya was also here. When she saw Baiya, she was slightly surprised. Lu Shuang must be happy. Before seeing her, I want to talk to you first. Is it convenient? Baiya said with a smile. Of course, let's go to my study. Xinyan walked in front, and Baiya followed behind him. Hua Zixing looked at Baiya thoughtfully and asked Nangongyu, next to her, me or her, who is prettier? Her facial features are very exquisite and so are yours. Her skin is very good and so is yours. Her temperament is elegant and so is yours. If you want to point out a difference, it would be that her eyes are very faint, very ethereal, like a fairy who lives in the sky. She has no desires, no thoughts, but there is also compassion. You, on the other hand, have too many desires. Nangongyu did not continue. So she's more perfect than me, Hua Zixing said gloomily, and watched as Baiya entered Xinyan's study. What's wrong? Xinyan asked. There's something I want to correct. Xing Buhua is not Gu Lingqing. He's Gu Lingqing's twin brother, Baiya said, looking at Xinyan. Xinyan looked at Baiya in silence with a flicker of fluctuation. I found out yesterday. He pretended to be Gu Lingqing because he was afraid that I would commit suicide if I knew Gu Lingqing was dead, Baiya continued. Xinyan was still silent. I hope that you will let him go no matter what happens in the future. Can you promise me that? What if he doesn't let me go? Xinyan asked. I'll ask him to do the same, Baiya said with a smile. Xinyan frowned. He won't leave with you? Baiya shook his head. He's willing to leave with me and let go of everything here, but I won't leave. You know, Gu Lingqing and I finally got together. If he dies, I won't live. Lu Shuang will be sad if he finds out. Xinyan's frown deepened. She'll have you in the future. I believe you'll protect her. Everyone has their own choices. I feel pain living. Death is the best ending for me. I think you should see a psychologist, Xinyan reminded. Baiya smiled. I'm a psychologist. There aren't many people who are better than me in my profession. So, once a psychologist has a mental illness, no one can cure him. It's not a bad choice for you to be with Xing Buhua, Xinyan suggested. What about Lingqing? He's lying on the ground alone. How lonely and sad will he be? Baiya's eyes turned red when she thought of Gu Lingqing. The dead can't come back to life. The most important thing is to grasp the present. If we die, we'll have nothing. You won't be able to sense it. We can only live for this lifetime, Xinyan advised. A lifetime is very long. Is it a sad 80 years or a happy 30 years? I know that I might not have a soul after death, but if I live a heartless life, it will be a waste. If I don't have any feelings and live the same life every day, I will be no different from a walking corpse. What's the difference? Maybe you'll find someone in the future that you can entrust your feelings to? The dead Gu Lingqing wasn't worth it. I betrayed him, so I don't deserve a good love, Baiya said. Then according to what you said, if you fall in love once, don't fall in love again. If you fall in love once, don't fall in love again. Then 98% of the people in the world will be bachelors and leftover women, Xinyan disagreed. I loved Su Jiran, but he wasn't worthy of my love, so I gave up. Gu Lingqing is worthy of my life. Xinyan, don't try to persuade me. I won't change my mind when I've already made up my mind. I just want to be with him. I'm not going to change my mind. I only hope that you can let Xing Buhua go in the future. Is that okay? Baiya went back to the main topic and asked. As long as he doesn't hurt me, my family, or the people I love, I won't hurt him. I swear, Xinyan raised her hand and said. Baiya was relieved. Thank you. Also, you've already secured your position. No one can compete with you. When are you going to marry Lu Shuang? This year, I'll terminate the contract with Hua Zixing early. I want to marry her as soon as possible and bring our child back. Xinyan said expectantly. Her eyes dimmed. Can I leave after we get married? Lu Shuang will be very sad. Chapter 707. Are you going to meet her now? Xinyan asked in a low voice. Baiya nodded. She still had a lot to tell Lu Shuang. Xinyan stood at the door of Lu Shuang's room with Baiya. She's inside. She went to bed too late last night, so she may still be sleeping now. Baya smiled and said, she's still the same. Okay. Xianxia answered and pushed the door open. Lu Shuang suddenly sat up from the bed. His hair was still messy. He asked Xianxia, who was at the door, are you going to have dinner? Not yet. Your friend is here to see you, Xianxia said lovingly. Baya walked into the room. When Lu Shuang saw Baya, he screamed in surprise and immediately jumped out of bed. Little Baya, you're back. I missed you so much. She hugged Baya quickly. Xianxia's eyes were full of sadness. The happier Lu Shuang was at the moment, the sadder he would be when he learned about Baya's death. He closed the door so that the two sisters could have a good time together. Wait for me. I'll brush my teeth and wash my face first. Let's go to the park to chat later. Lu Shuang said hurriedly and went to the bathroom. Baya looked at her room. Her room was connected to Xianxia's. A puppy ran in. Baya was happy. She squatted down and touched the puppy's head. Her puppy was still with Lung Xiao. It would become a small military dog in the future. She felt a little warm in her heart. Lu Shuang came out of the bathroom and took the puppy away. He thought that the puppy was enough, so he put it outside the door and said, go and find your father. The puppy's eyes were wide open, peeping at Lu Shuang. Lu Shuang closed the door and said in a low voice, Xianxia said that Xing Buhua is Gu Lingqing? Baya shook her head. No, he's Gu Lingqing's twin brother. Ah? They're really twins. Lu Shuang was shocked. No wonder they look so alike. Baya held Lu Shuang's hand. Xuanhuan, when you marry Xianxia, you'll be the president's wife. Your every move will be expanded. I can't stay with you. You must listen to Xianxia. Otherwise you'll suffer. The power of public opinion will break your heart. Well, he may find someone to teach me. Alas, actually, I'm not cut out to be an official. Thinking about someone like me becoming the president's wife, I think my ancestors will wake up laughing. Baya was amused by Lu Shuang. You're very smart. Don't belittle yourself. You just need to restrain yourself and sacrifice a little bit of freedom. Love is about giving and tolerating. This kind of love is also beautiful. Lu Shuang nodded, and there was a hint of sweetness in his smile. Let's go to the park. Okay, Baya said softly. Lu Shuang took Baya out of the door. They passed through the hall and were about to go out. Don't you want breakfast? Xianxia shouted. Call me when it's time for lunch. I'll take little Baya out for a walk. Lu Shuang said and was about to go out. We'll go out after breakfast. It's not good for your stomach if you don't eat breakfast. I steamed meat buns for you. Xianxia stood up and said. Ah, then I'll eat while walking, Lu Shuang said. Xianxia had no choice but to go to the kitchen to get the buns. Baya smiled. Xianxia was usually reserved and calm. His other side would only appear in front of the woman he loved. Lu Shuang followed him into the kitchen. After a while he came out with a meat bun. Let's go. The air outside is good. If you encounter something and feel pressured when you're doing it, but you have no choice but to do it, what will you do? Baya asked. You're asking me? Lu Shuang was confused. I have no choice but to do it? Then I can only bite the bullet and do it. What else can I do? Yes. Once you recognize that you have no choice but to do it, then relax your mind. You only need to do a little bit every day and keep working hard in the direction of completing it. When you're tired, you can lie down and listen to music quietly. It can calm your mind. Or it can be a trip. It can make you forget your troubles and calm down in simple happiness, Baya said softly. Lu Shuang stopped walking. The meat bun also stopped eating. He had a bad feeling. Why are you telling me this? Did something happen? Baya shook her head lightly. In the future I'll go on a trip. I want to teach you the method. You're not coming back anymore? Lu Shuang asked. His eyes were a little red. Maybe. You've always been a cold person. You've been abroad for a few years and you said you wouldn't contact me anymore. Lu Shuang wiped the corner of his eyes and turned around. I won't miss you anymore. Baya felt a faint pain in her heart. She was a person without family, so she valued love and friendship very much. She went forward and hugged Lu Shuang. I'm very lucky in this life. I have a lover like Gu Lingqing and a friend like you. I didn't live my life in vain. Then don't leave. We'll be together forever. I'll be the president's wife in the future. You're her friend. You're awesome, okay? Lu Shuang turned around and looked at her. Baya lowered her head and kissed Lu Shuang's forehead. Forgive me. I won't forgive you. You're always like this. You only do your own things. Why do you have to leave? I'm already back. You've wronged me. I've already forgiven you. Are you not willing to stay? Lu Shuang said emotionally. Baya caressed Lu Shuang's head and smiled. I still have something to tell you. Remember it. I don't want to remember it, Lu Shuang said stubbornly. She turned around and walked towards the villa. Baya stared at her back. Her heart was as calm as still water. She had to leave anyway. So she could not force it for even a moment. Lu Shuang walked for 10 meters. Seeing that Baya did not call him and did not follow him, he sighed helplessly. He turned around and walked towards Baya. Say it. I'm listening. If you love him, don't do what you think is right. Do what he wants you to do. That way you won't be a burden to others. Is it what Gu Lingqing wants you to do, to leave everything here and travel? Lu Shuang asked. He's already dead. I can't ask for his opinion, Baya said softly. Lu Shuang felt sorry for Baya. She was such a beautiful woman. She was still young, but she was going to die alone. No matter how angry he was, it disappeared. Tears rolled down his cheeks. I can't bear to leave you, Xiao Bai, Lu Shuang choked with sobs. Baya walked forward and hugged Lu Shuang. She looked into the distance. Chapter 708. Others might say things that might hurt you, make you feel uncomfortable, sad, or depressed. Remember, don't mind them. Those people won't be able to enter your life. Their opinions and words are all aimed at hurting you. It's not the truth, so don't take it seriously, Baya continued. Lu Shuang nodded. His tears were still flowing and his shoulders were trembling. You have to grow up. When we can be simple, it's because someone created a protective circle for us that we can be free. But the people who protect us are too tired. Don't let the people who love us suffer, Baya said gently. Lu Shuang raised his head and looked at Baya. What if I can't do it? Baya smiled. You just have to improve a little every day. The harder you work, the happier you will be. Maintain a good mental state. Just a little bit of improvement is enough for you to be happy. You need a goal in life to live a fulfilling life. You don't have to be dispirited, bored, or feel inferior. Lu Shuang nodded. Call me when you're free, when you're going on a trip, okay? Baya looked at Lu Shuang deeply. She was good at lying only to comfort the people she loved. She didn't want Lu Shuang to be too desperate. She nodded. I'll send you a postcard every time I go. Lu Shuang heaved a sigh of relief. What else do you want to tell me? That's all for today. I'll write some things on a postcard and send them to you, Baya said gently. Okay. Lu Shuang lowered his head and took a bite of his bun. Will you go on a trip with Xing Buhua? Baya shook her head. Every time I see him, I'll think of Gu Lingqing and feel sad. Forget it. You're so beautiful. You might meet your true love when you go on a trip. Oh yeah, that Alan seems to be waiting for you too, Lu Shuang said. Baya smiled. Alan and I are the purest of friends. I still owe him a meal. When I go to his place for a trip, I'll specially treat him. Yeah, I think you two are a good match. So, as long as you're alive, nothing is impossible. Look at me. I hated Xianxia so much, but now I'm with him. It's a miracle. Lu Shuang sighed and ate a bun. There are 2 days left. What are you going to do? I haven't decided yet. I'll probably stay at home. I promised to do a psychological test for Lung Xiao, but I haven't have yet. I really should learn from you. You actually learn psychology so well. I've almost forgotten all about gynecology and obstetrics, and now I've become a professional web addict, Lu Shuang said in shame. I really should learn from you. I didn't expect you to be so good at psychology. I've almost forgotten about gynecology and obstetrics. I've become a professional netizen, Lu Shuang said shamefully. When Lu Shuang turned around, Xianxia quickly walked to her side and put a cloak on her. She scolded, You might catch a cold. Don't go out with so little clothes on. I'm just showing off my strong body, Lu Shuang said cheerfully. Xianxia looked at Baya. Lu Shuang and I are going to the restaurant first. You can come back in an hour. I haven't talked much with Xiao Bai yet. Can I go later? Lu Shuang complained. You're my assistant. What do you think? It's fake. Actually, it's okay if I don't go, right? Lu Shuang asked sneakily. Xianxia said helplessly, Forget it. You stay at home and rest. Be good. Lu Shuang hugged Baya's arm happily. Can I go shopping with Xiao Bai? I haven't gone shopping with Xiao Bai for a long time. Xianxia knocked Lu Shuang's head. Don't push your luck. Baya still has something to do in the afternoon. She can't finish it in a short time. What about at night? Can we go at night? Lu Shuang asked pitifully. Xianxia remained silent. Lu Shuang saw that there was a chance. He let go of Baya and hugged Xianxia's arm. He said coquettishly, I'll go out at night and buy you something delicious. Xianxia looked at Baya and asked in a deep voice, Can you go at night? Baya nodded. Lu Shuang jumped up in joy. That's great. The man I love the most and the woman I love the most are by my side. Feels great. Xianxia looked at Baya meaningfully. Her eyes darkened. Baya just smiled. She was calm like a stream flowing freely in the depths of the forest. Serene and natural. Xianxia went to the restaurant to make arrangements. Baya returned to her usual silence. She listened to Lu Shuang talk about the game and Xianxia. I think that Hua Zixing isn't in a good state recently. I saw her crying once, Lu Shuang said in surprise. Because Xianxia doesn't have any internal problems. She will get rid of her external problems. She's probably worried that Xianxia will abandon her. At times like this, you have to protect yourself. Do you understand? It's better for you to be inseparable from Xianxia, Baya said worriedly. Xianxia will definitely bring her along when she goes for dinner. She will bring the fake Nangongyu. Moreover, Xianxia should have arranged for someone to protect me in the villa. Since he promised me to go shopping with you tonight, he will make the arrangements. Lu Shuang was relieved. Baya was experienced. She reminded, caution is the parent of safety. Carelessness will lead to a great loss. Lu Shuang nodded. I learned self-defense from an uncle when I was on the wrong track. I will ask Xianxia to teach me how to design when she's free. I will keep a gun by my side in the future. Baya looked at the time. I have to go. I have something to do. Lu Shuang gestured for her to make a phone call. Let's talk later. Okay. Baya walked to the door. Zhang Xingyu did not leave. They went to the restaurant. Xianxia's men were waiting at the door. They brought Baya to the private room. In the private room, other than Xianxia and Xianxia's men, there was also Xingxiang, who was lying on the chair with his eyes closed. He fell asleep after taking your medicine. Is he okay? Xianxia asked. It's like this. Some people have strong willpower. It's not easy to hypnotize them, so they use this medicine. You can leave first. I will tell you the address after I ask for it, Baya said. Xianxia trusted Baya. Moreover, he had installed surveillance cameras in the room. He brought his men out. Baya looked at the sleeping Xingxiang. She gave him something to smell. Xingxiang opened his eyes slowly. Baya sat opposite him. She knocked on the table rhythmically and said, You woke up from your bed and opened the curtains. It's dark outside. However, you still have to go out because you have to do something big. This thing can only be done by yourself. Xingxiang was scared. He looked at the air. You're not dead? Chapter 709. I must have been possessed. That's why I killed you. I didn't want to either. Xingxiang retreated into a corner. He squatted on the ground and shivered. I'm so cold. I miss my family. I can't see my surroundings. Where did you bury me? Asked Baya. Xingxiang lowered his head and hugged himself. Baya walked to Xingxiang and placed his hand on Xingxiang's shoulder. Xingxiang shuddered. He looked at Baya with fear in his eyes. If I can't find my way home, I can only follow you. No, don't follow me. Xingxiang didn't dare to look at Baya. He shrunk into a corner. Grandpa, where's my dad Wudi? I want to bring him home, asked Baya. Xingxiang looked at Baya. He seemed to see hope. He's in the golden sand forest. I buried him underground. I don't know where exactly. Baya stood up and looked at the helpless Xingxiang. He ignored him and opened the door. Xianxia and his men were standing outside. Wudi's body is in the golden sand forest. It's a huge forest. I need your men to investigate, said Baya. Xianxia ordered his men to go. He looked at Baya in surprise. Is this hypnosis? It's so magical. Xingxiang looks like his soul has left his body. Did he see Wudi? There's nothing magical about it. The drug I gave you was a hallucinogen. After Xingxiang took it, he started hallucinating. Then I entered his world and started guiding him, explained Baya. Xianxia knew that many drug addicts would have unimaginable hallucinations. Wouldn't we be able to use this method when there's a crime? Now, many countries' police departments have indeed found hypnotist masters to cooperate with, but hypnosis is useless against people with super strong willpower or people without weaknesses. Moreover, this kind of hallucinogen will cause nerve damage that is irreparable, and there will be great sequelae. What side effects? Xianxia asked. Trapped in the hypnotized world, unable to come out, suffering from mental illnesses, delusions, hysteria, and so on. Moreover, the level of hypnosis masters varied. Some even gave criminals loopholes. Only in special cases would they use such an extreme method as hypnosis. Use it with caution. Some people say that it's inhumane, Baya said with a smile. Xianxia understood. Let's go eat. Thank you for your hard work. Since the matter has been resolved, I won't be going for dinner. I don't have much of an appetite in front of your officials. It's better for me to eat at home. Baya rejected. Okay. Should I inform Xingbuhua? He's at the dinner now. Baya shook her head. I want to go back and rest. All right. You have to accompany my woman to go shopping tonight. Thank you for your hard work. I'll get someone to send you out from another door. Baya nodded and went out from another door. Zhang Xingyu was still in the car. Let's go back to the manor, Baya said softly. She leaned against the chair and closed her eyes. She fell asleep. She really fell asleep. Zhang Xingyu did not have the heart to wake Baya up. An hour later he drove to the manor. Baya did not open her eyes. Madam, we're here, Zhang Xingyu said softly. Baya still did not wake up. He nudged Baya. Baya opened her eyes slowly. Madam, we're here. You will feel uncomfortable sleeping in the car, Zhang Xingyu said with concern. Okay. Baya got out of the car and turned to look at Zhang Xingyu. Let's have dinner together. Yes, madam. Baya pushed the door open. Song Shiyu was not at home. She went into the kitchen. Song Shiyu had prepared a few dishes and she warmed them up. Let me do it. Madam, you can take a rest first. I'll call you when the food is ready, Zhang Xingyu said respectfully. Baya smiled. I slept for a while in the car just now. I'm very energetic now. I don't feel tired and it will heat up quickly. Alright, have you discussed with Xingbuhua about what the soldiers will eat? What Mr. Xing means is that there's no danger now, so we just need to protect him as usual. In the future, his people will cook for us. By the way, why aren't his people here yet? Zhang Xingyu looked around. Maybe they'll come tonight. Just as Baya finished her sentence, Xingbuhua called. She picked up the call calmly. Where are you? I'm almost done with dinner. I still haven't seen you. Xingbuhua asked worriedly. I'm already home. Xingshang told me where Wu Di is buried. He will be punished by the law. Okay. I'm back now. Xingbuhua, I have an appointment with Lu Shuang to go shopping tonight, Baya said softly. Sure. Ask Zhang Xingyu to find someone to protect you secretly. It's better to be safe than sorry. Okay, Baya replied calmly. After dinner, she went to mark the exam papers. She tried her best to mark all the papers in a few days. It was the last thing she could do for Gu Lingqing. At 5 o'clock in the afternoon, Lu Shuang called. Little Bai, where are you? Let's have dinner together. Xinyin has a guest today. He said I can stay at your place. Aha, I'm completely free today. Let's go. Okay. Tell me the address. I'll go there now. It's a bit far from here. You'll have to wait for me, Baya said. She stood up and walked outside. Do you remember the fish house I brought you to? Lu Shuang asked thoughtfully. If you want to eat fish, just come to my house. I'm fishing now. I should catch 1 or 2 fish in an hour. The fish in the lake are very fresh, Baya suggested. Okay. I'll come over now. Wait for me. Lu Shuang hung up the phone in a hurry. When Baya went out and saw that it was getting dark, she quickly asked Zhang Xingyu to dig a hole in the lake. She took the fishing gear and was about to go to the lake. Xingbuhua drove back and asked, Are you going fishing now? Yes. Lu Shuang will come later. He said he wants to eat fish. I should be able to catch some now, Baya said. Xingbuhua took the fishing gear from her hand. It's very cold outside. Wait for me at home. I'll go fishing and come back. I'll go with you. I also want to go out for some fresh air. Then wear more clothes. Okay. Baya took the down jacket and said to Song Shiyu, who was busy in the kitchen. Mom, Lu Shuang came today. He wants to eat fish. Shall we have fish hot pot tonight? Sure, Song Shiyu said with a good temper. Baya followed Xingbuhua out and asked, How is Xingshang now? He's been locked up, but he doesn't seem to be in a good state of mind. He keeps saying that Wu Di is standing in front of him, Xingbuhua said with a frown. I hypnotized him. He didn't get the antidote. Xingbuhua looked at her in surprise. Will he always be like this? Chapter 710. When will your people come? Baya asked. Tomorrow I may bring 3 people. 2 people won't be able to cook for so many soldiers. They still have to clean the house and wash the soldiers' clothes. Besides, didn't you want to buy the equipment? I'll find an expert in architecture and ask the soldiers to help build a new house. After that, it should be very busy. Xingbuhua was thorough. Baya was deep in thought. She wanted to build a house to put the equipment in to study the antidote. Now that she had decided to accompany Gu Lingqing, why would she still need to build a house? Alright, she could entrust the antidote to Xingbuhua. It's been hard on you, Baya said softly. Xingbuhua smiled. As long as you're here, it's not hard for me to do anything. One more thing. Can you bring back Gu Lingqing's ashes? Baya asked. Bury him. Do you want to break open his grave to get his ashes? He's with his parents and grandparents now. It's very lively and he won't be lonely. Oh, Baya responded, her eyes a little misty. She couldn't bring Gu Lingqing with her, so she could only go to his place to accompany him. After a while they arrived at the lake. Zhang Xingyu had already broken the hole. Xing Buhua sat by the lake and fished. I'll go back to get the tent and the stove. It's too cold, Zhang Xingyu said and ran back immediately. Baya sat beside Xing Buhua and stared at the hole. She didn't think about anything. There were many fish in the lake. They weren't fed so they were easy to catch. After a while Xing Buhua caught a crucian carp. Baya wanted to help put the fish into the tank. It's too cold. You can just watch from the side. Xing Buhua said considerately. He took the fish off the hook and put it into the water tank. Baya looked at Xing Buhua's face, which was exactly the same as Gu Lingqing's, with an infatuated expression. She seemed to see Gu Lingqing through Xing Buhua. Seeing Baya smile, Xing Buhua felt warm in his heart. He believed that in the long run she would fall in love with him just like how she fell in love with Gu Lingqing. Zhang Xingyu drove over. Chief Madam, I've brought the tent over. You can stay in the tent and fish. It will be much warmer there. He first brought the stove over and placed a kettle on top of it. In an instant, a wave of warmth washed over his exposed skin. Zhang Xingyu set up the stove and unfurled the tent. He placed the sponge mattress in the tent. Can we catch fish at night? Baya murmured. In fact, fishing at night is better than during the day. But it's best to use blue light. This kind of light will attract fish, Xing Buhua explained. Okay. Baya responded gently. Wait in the tent. It's warm there, Xing Buhua said. Baya nodded. She sat in the tent and looked at the lake. Zhang Xingyu saw that they were in a good mood so he didn't want to be a third wheel. He drove back. 20 minutes later Xing Buhua caught another black carp. It was very big, probably more than 20 kilograms. Baya ran over happily. With this fish, Lu Shuang would have something to eat. I think with this lake I can live the rest of my life without worrying about food or clothing, she said with a smile. Okay. Since you like fishing, I will accompany you often. In spring we can open a pond over there and put lobster seedlings in it. In summer we can catch lobsters, Xing Buhua suggested. Baya lowered her head and smiled. It sounded good. Let's go back. It's enough. Okay, let's go. Xing Buhua held the fishing gear in one hand and the water tank in the other. He walked in front. Baya followed behind him. It was easy to get dark in winter. When they got home it was already dark by 6:10 p.m. Baya and Song Shiyu went to the kitchen to deal with the fish. Xing Buhua and Zhang Xingyu discussed building a house. At 6:30 p.m. Baya's phone rang. She saw it was Lu Shuang and quickly answered. Little Bai, your guard stopped me from coming in. Can you tell them? Lu Shuang said. Okay. Give them the phone, Baya said. She heard the guard's voice on the other end of the phone. Madam. Let her in. She's my friend. Baya hung up and said to Song Shiyu, my friend will be here soon. Is the pot ready? Let me tidy up the fish first. Done. I also made a shrimp pot with a lot of chicken wings in it. It should be good, Song Shiyu said. That's great. Thank you, Mom. Baya opened the pot and put oil, pepper, onion, ginger, garlic, etc. She put the fish into the pot and stir-fried it. Then she put it into the pot. She suddenly thought of something. Mom, I'll leave the rest to you. I'm going to pick up my friend, Baya said and took off her apron in a hurry. Oh, okay. Go ahead. Song Shiyu took over Baya's work. Baya rushed to the door. Lu Shuang's car had already driven in and stopped on the lawn. Baya walked over and held Lu Shuang's hand. She said softly, there's one thing. Xing Buhua lives with us. My mom doesn't know that he's not Gu Lingqing. Don't tell her. She'll be sad. Xing Buhua lives with you. If the old lady likes him to be Gu Lingqing, then you'll be sharing a room with him, right? Lu Shuang asked in surprise. Baya nodded. He's sleeping on the sofa. Remember not to tell her. Lu Shuang made a zipping gesture on his lips. She opened the door and took out 2 fruit baskets. Put my luggage in the car. I'll stay here for 2 days. Okay. Baya took Lu Shuang to the villa. As soon as they entered, Lu Shuang smelled the aroma. Smells so good. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything today. Baya laughed. Wash your hands and sit at the dining table. It's time to eat. There's fish soup, hot pot and spicy prawns. My mother-in-law specially made them. Your mother-in-law is so nice. Lu Shuang put down the fruit baskets and saw Song Shiyu. He smiled and greeted, hello, Auntie. Good. Take a seat. It's time to eat. I'll call Ling Qing and Xingyu to come over. Song Shiyu put the bowls and chopsticks on the table. Take a seat first. I'll prepare a seasoning plate for you, Baiya said and went to the kitchen. Lu Shuang followed her. I like to eat something sweet. I know. Baiya prepared 5 seasoning plates and placed them on the dining table. Xing Buhua and Zhang Xingyu were still talking. Xing Buhua saw Lu Shuang and smiled politely. Lu Shuang also smiled. Hello, Chief. It's a blessing to have a meal with Chief. You're so naughty, Baiya said to Lu Shuang. Let's eat. Sing this fish. Ling Qing just caught it from the lake.